This is accessible technology. Hey guys, and welcome to Learning VoiceOver episode 6. Today I'm going to be covering the rotor gesture. And the rotor is something that a lot of people that I've taught tend to struggle with sometimes, but I'm going to do my best to explain and demonstrate it as best I can. Now, the rotor can be used to access VoiceOver settings quickly without having to go to the VoiceOver menu, and it can also be used to navigate web pages, activate specific items, change typing mode, stuff like that. So there are going to be a lot of parts to this video. I may actually do multiple parts. I will probably do multiple parts, but here we go. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started. So, first thing I'm going to do is show you how to manipulate what goes into your router and in what order. So, the first thing I'm going to do is navigate to the VoiceOver menu via Settings.
Settings. General button. Select Software Update. Spotlights. Accessibility button. Accessibility. Vision. Heading. VoiceOver. On. Speak hints. Use pitch. Use sound. Use braille. Rotor. Button.
Alright, here we are in the rotor.
VoiceOver. Back button. Rotor. Heading.
So, what shows up in here, what you select in here, determines what shows up in your rotor, and in that order. So I'm going to go through everything.
Selected. Characters.
Characters will allow you in documents and in web pages to navigate by character.
Reorder characters. Button. Draggable.
Now that you can actually take and drag up and down your list.
Selected. Words.
Words allows you to navigate by word.
Reorder words. Selected. Lines.
Lines, and that, of course, allows you to navigate by line.
Reorder lines. Selected. Speech rate.
Speech rate allows you to adjust the speech rate of your voice.
Reorder speech volume.
Volume allows you to adjust the volume of your phone. I don't have that selected because I have volume buttons, of course.
Reorder selected. Punctuation.
You can adjust what punctuation you hear, some, none, or all.
Reorder sounds.
You can turn sounds on and off.
Reorder sound hints.
You can turn hints on and off. I'm actually going to select that.
Selected. Hints.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Hints. Reorder handwriting.
You can also toggle handwriting mode in your rotor.
Reorder selected. Containers.
Containers, I'm not quite sure what those are, but I'm going to remove them.
Reorder selected. Headings.
You can also have headings, navigating web pages by heading.
Reorder selected. Links.
Navigate by links in web pages.
Reorder selected. Form controls.
Navigate form controls and headings, which I'm actually
Form controls.
going to remove.
Reorder tables.
Navigate by table.
Reorder lists.
Navigate lists.
Reorder landmarks.
Navigate by landmarks.
Reorder visited links.
Navigate by visited links, which I'm going to
Selected. Visited links.
enable.
Reorder non-visited links.
Non-visited links, which would kind of be the... Oh, no, it wouldn't be the same as links, derp.
Reorder buttons.
I'm
Selected.
going to put buttons in there. You can navigate by button. That's kind of cool.
Reorder text fields. Selected.
Also
text
by text
fields.
field.
Reorder search fields.
Search fields.
Reorder images.
I used to have this enabled, but I have VoiceOver set so that it only shows images with descriptions, so I disabled it.
Static text. Reorder same item. Vertical navigation. Images. Reorder static text. Reorder in-page links. Reordering zoom. Reorder zoom. Same item. Reorder zoom.
I'm gonna put zoom in there.
Select same item. Reorder vertical navigation. Reorder
And that is everything in rotor. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of there.
Settings.
And in my next part, I'm going to show you how to adjust VoiceOver settings. So I'm going to give you a moment to mess around with that. Go ahead and pause the video if you like, and we will continue. All right, so let's get started. Now, the rotoring gesture is the big sticking point for some people, but like I said, I'm going to do my best to describe and demonstrate it. Now, you can do it one of two ways. The rotoring gesture involves two fingers, and the first way, which is the most popular from what I've observed anyway, is you could either be holding your phone in one hand or, have it sitting down on a desktop. And you take your fingers, you place them on the screen, and you rotate them, kind of like the motion of turning a doorknob, sort of. So if you do it correctly, VoiceOver should start listing options and you'll hear a noise. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it.
Headings. Character. Words. Speech rate.
Now, if you notice, it started listing things that I demonstrated earlier, well, that I showed you earlier from the rotoring menu in that exact order. So once you get to one of those options, you can adjust it. I'll show you how in a moment. But another way you can do it is place one finger on the screen, doesn't matter where. Now take another finger and swipe up and down.
Punctuation.
You should hear that.
Headings. Punctuation. 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 Punctuation.
Sorry about that.
Punctuation. Punctuation. Headings. Characters. Characters. Characters.
See, that part's a little more tricky. That's why not a lot of people use it. I can't even do that properly. But that's another way you can do it. And so now I'm going to teach you how to manipulate these items. So, for example, I always have my speech rate a lot faster than I do in these videos. It was suggested to me that I slow my speech rate down just because it's better for demonstration purposes. Not everyone has their speech at 100%, but I'm going to go ahead and rotor to speech and show you how to change it.
Speech rate.
So, one thing before we get started, you can rotor to the right or clockwise to move forward in the list, or rotor to the left or counterclockwise to move backward in the list. Now, to adjust your options, when you have one selected, you do a one finger swipe up or one finger swipe down. Now that gesture is really important. This is the only time you will ever use the vertical one finger swipe. So to increase my speech rate, for example, I'm going to do... Sorry about that. That was really loud. I thought I was on Do Not Disturb, but apparently that does not work when your phone is unlocked. Anyway, so, like I was saying, you do a one finger swipe up to increase, or one finger swipe down to decrease. So I'm going to take my speech rate all the way up to where I usually have it.
40%, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80, 95%, 100%.
And that's usually where I have it, and I'm going to swipe back down to where I was.
95%, 90%, 85%, 80%, 70, 70, 60, 60, 50, 40, 35%.
There we go. Now, I'm going to rotor to another setting just to give you one more demonstration.
Punctuation. Headings. Characters. Headings. Punctuation. Headings. Phone.
Oops.
Characters.
Alright, so now I'm in characters. Now,
Dirac.
I have Dirac selected, so I'm going to swipe down, and that will take me forward, character by character, in the spelling of that particular application.
Capital D. I. R. A. C.
There we go. So, that is basically how the rotoring function works. And in my next part, I will go through some more practical uses of it besides manipulating voiceover settings. For example, navigating web pages and editing text and all of that. So, this particular episode is going to be particularly long, but like I said, I'm going to separate it into multiple parts. So this concludes part 1 of episode 6. Hope you enjoy. This has been Accessible Technology.